Welcome to week one of the UBA Battles Association. I had a draft breakdown go out probably a few days before this came out, so hopefully you guys have checked it out. I've actually just recorded it a little bit before now. But here's my week one preparation. This was a fairly tough matchup against the Oklahoma Heatmor. I did actually 6-all last time I played Maneuvers, but this time I don't exactly have my trusty Crawdaunt, which, if you guys, I actually didn't mention this, but last Ubers League I played in, Crawdaunt was the league skill leader. Yeah, Crawdaunt just killed everything. I had very good team support for it in the form of an Arceus Dragon, which is very good at enabling whatever Pokemon you wanted to enable. So I just enabled it, and it turned out pretty well. So this week I was playing up against the Oklahoma Heatmor. I mean, I've played him a lot. He's the coach. Rizzo is the commissioner of the World Pokemon Federation, which is an up-and-coming league which I've been involved in for just seasons and seasons now, and a lot of the off seasons I've played as well. And the last Ubers League I won was, and obviously also the last Ubers League I played, which I did win, was the WPF off season, the second off season I believe. But that was pretty fun. So I play him a decent bit. Actually, this season I think we're in different divisions because I think he dropped to B division for the main World Pokemon Federation. But I should be playing him in a lot of the other things around that. But his team is just redonkulous. He has Ho-Oh, who has the Tims this generation. I hope you boys know the Tims. I don't have one on this team, but let me just pull them up. This just completely stops the impact of all hazards. Stealth Rock, Sticky Web, Spikes, Toxic Spikes, the Copper Raja's Steel Spike. No, it's not Steel Spike. It's Steel Spike? It's something. I don't remember what it's called. But the new hazard that's made of steel that only one Pokemon can do, and only via a Gigantamax move. None of them, they're not real. They just aren't. And that means that Ho-Oh's main weakness, which was its crippling weakness to Stealth Rock, is completely mitigated. Regenerator, they didn't wind up nerfing this generation, so Ho-Oh is crazy strong. I already think it's a very powerful Uber, and it's something that I was maybe hoping he would get back to me, but it definitely didn't. I wound up with Skyman. It went round one, obviously. Then he took Mega Lucario, who's very strong, very fast, very ridiculous. It just kills so much. Yeah, I did. Yeah, just an absolute killing machine. Mega Lucario. The adaptability, strength boost, the fact that it can Swords Dance or Nasty Plot. Lucario, I don't think it got much useful this generation when it got new moves. I believe it did get new moves, but basically they're fairly nominal. It got Life Dew for recovery. Wow, boy, it's 25% recovery for its entire team that are on the field. And like Focus Energy and Revenge. So I'm not particularly worried about that, not particularly concerned. Not particularly concerned about the new moves. I am very concerned about the Mega Lucario. Obviously, I do have fairly good speed tiers against it because Marshadow, Megadactyl, Skyman, and Dugtrio all naturally outspeed it. Nothing else does, but it is base 112 speed, which means that it has to run... It has to run Jolly or Timid to outspeed a max speed Mew or Shaman, not Shaman, Manaphy, as well as Genesect and Hydreigon. I believe it can't outspeed Hydreigon while adamant. But that's, yeah, pretty spooky. It's a pretty spooky boy. Kieran White gets Freeze Dry, because so Manaphy just is not on the team, because Kieran White's Freeze Dry now, which is not okay, by the way. In case you were wondering, it just isn't okay. Why does it have freeze dry? That's just not cool. Mussolini. Yeah. I can't believe they did that. The Kyurem did not need freeze dry. It also gets Dragon Dance, but I'm not particularly worried about that in this matchup. He has Tyranitar as well, which is a powerful Stealth Rocker for his team, as well as it doesn't get Pursuit, which is fine. I'm not entirely expecting it to come because Marshadow and Dugtrio just fuck it. Basically, Mew has close combat now, which is not good for it. Aerodactyl just smashes through it with Earthquake. as well as it doesn't take as little as you would like from Stone Edge. He does Excadrill with it, so it's very possible to come. Excadrill is ridiculous this generation because Rapid Spin boosts speed. Excadrill just doesn't have very many checks. I don't even think it uses I think it got new moves, but I don't think it uses any of them because it doesn't need to, because Excadrill only needs Earthquake and Iron Head and Rapid Spin. Maybe Swords Dance if you want to. Like, it's an Excadrill, whether it does or doesn't get new moves. Actually, it looks like it doesn't get any new moves. But yeah, I mean, it's still Excadrill. Like, you can still Choice Scarf, Mold Breaker it, or you can Sandstream. It outspeeds my entire team under Sandstream. Just because it does. It's strong because it is. Can Rapid Spin. He's got Delmise as another Rapid Spinner. He has Tapu Fini as Bulky Defogger, which I think is his best check to Marshadow, defensively speaking. Excadrill's main problem is that it does have problem breaking through my Mew, my Manaphy, my Marshadow. Less so my Skymin, but to some extent my Skymin, so if I run like, thing, it is faster than all of my Pokemon Choice Scarf, because Aerodactyl can't run a Choice Scarf, and I think you need 147 base speed to outspeed it with a Choice Scarf, which I think means the Dragapult. No, it's 142, isn't it? Something outspeeds it with a Choice Scarf. Ninjask at +1 outspeeds it, but like it's a Ninjask, so what's it gonna do? Yeah, Dhelmise, very strong Pokemon. Very much in the speed test. Again, I'm not sure if it's gonna come, because Spectral Thief just goes through it. He's got Galvantula, which is Sticky Web, so I have to keep that very much in mind. Not that one. I have the Defog Aerodactyl, because I'm keeping that in mind. Because I don't want to have to deal with that. Roserade with Spikes and Toxic Spikes. I don't think Toxic Spikes would come, but a Roserade itself may come. It's not a Ghost Resist by any means. He doesn't actually have... He has one Ghost Immunity, which is Drampa, which is weak to close combat, obviously. No, he's got Ghost Resist and Tyranitar, which is also weak to close combat, and very, very, very weak to close combat, so I'm not really sure which way he's going to go about it with that, but, Reuniclus as well, which I think if it comes, is Habanberry, because Habanberry Reuniclus can just lure Marshadow. So I'm going to play carefully. I'm basically going to expect it to be Habanberry. Drampa, like I said, immune to Ghost, but weak to fighting. Normal Dragon's got Defog. I'm not sure if it comes. If it comes, it might be a bit of a pain, but I'm honestly not too worried about it. I don't think it was in this generation, so I don't think it got any crazy new moves. I'm actually just going to double check that. I mean, Drampa already has a really weird moveset in terms of oh god, it got Hydro Pump this generation, that's right. Yeah, Drampa has Hydro Pump now. I don't know why. It already had Surf. Why did Pex and Drampa get Hydro? It's just whatever. I think he has Blacephalon, which again is slower than a bunch of my Pokemon, but it's still ridiculously scary. If it gets a speed boost up because it's like the Subcom mindset, that could be very terrifying for my team to deal with outside of the Hydreigon, who is a Wincon, so that's pretty spooky. So between that's a pretty offensive team, pretty scary team to go against. I definitely was bringing at least 2 of my ground immunities when dealing with webs, because I need the speed control on my own side. I have Choice Banded Marshadow, which is a stealth, which is a breaker in the early game or a sweeper in the late game. Rock Tomb for Hollow. I consider running Stone Edge, but I just didn't feel like I could afford it. This can break through a lot of opposing teams. Spectral Thief and Close Combat are a ridiculously good dual stab. Rock Tomb is good specifically for the Ho-Oh, and this just goes in. Obviously, if it's Scarf Ho-Oh, it will outspeed me, but hopefully I'll be able to Rock Tomb it on the Switch if it is. Then we've got Hydreigon, which is an Expert Belt set. I don't tend to like Expert Belt, but I couldn't afford Life Orb Chip when I'm dealing with Mega Lucario and Excadrill, because their priority, and the speed control of Excadrill are both pretty scary. I have speed for Adam and Excadrill, which means if I Dragon Dance as he switches in, and then I Dragon Dance again on his first attack and don't get flinched, then I'll be faster than it, and I'll be able to Earthquake kill it. I'm able to Earthquake. The Expert Belt is what I need to Earthquake kill Lucario. Crunch is my main stab. Stone Edge hits Kyurem White and Ho-Oh. Hopefully, well, 80% of the time it does. So hopefully that works out fine. And then Crunch is able to break through a lot of the remaining team. Earthquake also hits Tyranitar, which is his other Dark Resist. Dog Trio is here, also with a Choice Band. It's got physical defense investment for extreme speed or bullet punch from the Mega Lucario. It already lives a Vacuum Wave. This is able to just take out Lucario if it doesn't have an agility up. And I should be able to defensively answer Agility Lucario with a set that I'll get to in a little bit. It can also take out Tyranitar. It can also take out a few Pokemon. I didn't run out wanting Aerial Ace for Dhelmise because it can switch out anyway. I have Sucker Punch for the Blacephalon if it does have a speed boost. Even though again it can switch out if it wants to, as well as I have Pursuit if I think it's going to switch out. So yeah, Earthquake, Stone Edge. Stone Edge obviously hits the Ho-Oh. Aerodactyl, I didn't need any speed investment to be faster than Lucario, I want to say. No, Scarf Tyranitar. If I just have the nature and no investment, I'm faster than Scarf Tyranitar, and that was the most efficient way to get to the speed that I needed to be. So max HP, awesome. 232 attack is what I need for, I want to say, Mega Lucario after it takes Spike's chip. And then physical defenses for Bullet Punch and Mega Lucario. Edgequake is very strong against his team. He doesn't have an amazing Edgequake answer. Technically, if he has a physically bulky Tyranitar, it can, or just max HP, I think, it can take a Stone Edge into an Earthquake if the Stone Edge doesn't crit. And I don't have hazards up, but this is very strong against his team. Roost is reliable recovery. Defog is pretty solid for removing his hazards. Stone Edge obviously hits the Galvantula. Stone Edge obviously hits everything, I think, neutrally except for Lucario, I believe. And neutrally or super effectively except for Lucario and Excadrill, which I have Earthquake there for. So that's very strong. Reuniclus may find this to be setup fodder if I'm not lucky with Stone Edge crits, or just miss with Stone Edge generally. So that is something which I am keeping in mind when I play. But it should hopefully be fine. I think, didn't Reuniclus get stored power this generation? Because that's what it needed. That's what you need to be more broken. Oh yeah, Dhelmise gets Hydro Pump now as well. Why? Like I know why, but why? Where is the Pokemon? I was just looking at it and I forgot. Reuniclus. Some of these Pokemon really didn't need more moves to be broken, but they gave it to them anyway. It's a bit crazy, honestly. Oh no, it gets stored power, it gets Psychic Terrain, it gets Power Swap and Guard Swap, and it gets Encore. Encore is another ridiculous addition to its utility move pool. Reuniclus is very good this generation, in my opinion. So I got Sylveon, especially defensive. I had to run some physical defense for, I want to say, Excadrill? I don't particularly remember what I EV for. Max HP, so my wishes are more effective. Mystical Fire for Excadrill and Lucario. Hyper Voice hits basically everything. Mystical Fire, is also for Roserade, so if Roserade tries to spike on me, I can drop its special attack down a little bit less. Very specially defensive. This is also good against the Kyurem White if it hasn't taken a chip, because I don't think Hyper Voice kills it from full, because it's got 100 base special defense and ridiculous HP. But, yeah, especially defensive, because this is the only Kyurem White check that I could even think of. It still gets Iron Head, I believe, or is that just a Chrome and Restaurant? But, so if he runs like a physical Dragon Dance set, that could be pretty spooky. But hopefully Sylveon comes in defensively, answers a lot of his Pokemon well. Toxic is obviously for the two fire types, which are the only Hyper Voice resists he has that are not weak to Mystical Fire. Hopefully that works out fine. And then I have Mew, which is physically bulky Rocky Helmet. It's got 48 attack investment, which was for the Excadrill with Close Combat and Psychic Fangs. Close Combat hits the Tyranitar. It's got speed, I believe, for Tyranitar, if I remember correctly, or what I was predicting he would run as Tyranitar. Max HP and a lot of physical defense along with the Rocky Helmet, just to try and be able to wear down the Mega Lucario of its agility and the Excadrill, if for some reason it doesn't click Earthquake against me. Ideally, being able to bring it on a rapid spin, if I can. So hopefully this works out pretty well. I do think this team is maybe a bit too weak to Reuniclus, though the presence just at all of the ability to Spectral Thief, its bulk is very usable if it does have the physical defense boosts, even if I then die, because then after that Hydreigon should be able to kill it with a crunch. Marshadow is a really interesting way to deny opposing setup, so I do like that. And hopefully I'll be able to get onto him now. It took a little bit longer to go through the intro than I expected. So I'm playing a little bit late. Apologies to Rizzo. Let me just... just message him on Discord. Apparently he's been having issues with damage calc. Not something that I've had an issue with yet, but maybe it will be something I have an issue with. Hopefully not. I don't think he's recording, but I will link the World Pokemon Federation Discord anyway. It'll be really interesting to see what he brings. Both of us, I think, have a very difficult matchup against each other's opposing Pokemon. He has a very hard time dealing with Marshadow, but that means that he's going to bring something good for Marshadow, right? Like, just makes sense to me that he would bring something for Marshadow, since he's weak to Marshadow. That's why I ran a Choice Band set. I think he'll have a lot of ways to be able to deal with setup Marshadow. So I think Choice Band is going to hopefully surprise him. Is this showdown just Rizzo? Oh, it's Rizzo 65. Yeah. Unrestricted National Dex. Uber's Battle Association versus the Miami. The Oklahoma Heatmor? No, Miami Heatmors. I don't know why I thought Oklahoma. Oh yeah, I mentioned this last video, but I have a new team name, and I've got art coming for the logo for my new team, which is the Intelligence Leon, based on starter that I actually wound up liking quite a bit, but I was pretty apprehensive of it in the first place, being Inteleon, the Sobble evolution. So pretty interesting to see things and how they go and how it be. I honestly, both of us, I think, have a very difficult time, and this is just the general problem with these formats where you have a lot of Uber's Pokemon, you have a lot of Pokemon generally. It's a very hard time predicting what they will bring, so I have to try and go with sets which can answer an obnoxiously large range of Pokemon. He was messaging. Okay, he's messaging right now. Okay, he's just doing some moderation stuff for the next season of the World Pokemon Federation. And I am just going to... Yeah, he's just doing some moderation for it. I'm considering, because I'll be in the A Division for the World Pokemon Federation, it'll be the first, A Division of a league that I'd be YouTubing for, rather than just, a single division, so it has very stiff competition. I had a very tough season last season, though a big part of that was down to I did a mono Generation 7 draft, so a lot of my Pokemon were, a lot of the team was pretty whack. I didn't have a Mega, obviously, because Generation 7 doesn't have any Megas. It was pretty interesting. Katana and Bulu together are pretty strong. So it's pretty interesting. Yeah, he's just working on some moderation. It's pretty hard these days, honestly. I don't know. I won't lie. When I look at Skyman, it does feel somewhat underwhelming in a lot of matchups, because a lot of people have very strong grass resist, but I think that's just me, how I would think about Shaman's matchup, whereas Skyman itself is not Shaman, funnily enough. It's something to do with it being a different Pokemon. Why is Agent... Oh, right, I was trying to find a thing. test if it was working. Don't know what the problem he's having with calc is. Hopefully I don't have a problem with calc at some point through this. I think all of my moves are around in the previous generations. And like obviously I have Sylveon Mystical Fire, which wasn't legal in previous generations, but it is a move. Yeah. Sylveon doesn't like... Wow. Type Voice actually does more. It went to Excadrill because Stab's strong, especially when combined with Pixelate, yeah. I honestly just need to get something. Excadrill can be very scary if I don't play around it well. Okay, here we go. I'm actually gonna make this a little bit quieter. He just doesn't have Ho-Oh. He did bring, I presume, Fizdef Tapu Fini, which I was expecting. I don't actually have a lead to deny him. That's a lie. He doesn't have a good lead against Dugtrio, except for Reuniclus, if Reuniclus is physically defensive. And I can pivot around Reuniclus if it is. So I'm going to lead Dugtrio. Obviously, he can run Shukaberry Tyranitar, is possible. It's also possible for him to run Shukaberry Excadrill. If he leads Galvantula, I will just Earthquake it. Then and there. He doesn't have any Earthquake immunities. Earthquake one-hit KOs. Okay, that's the Tyranitar. Like I was expecting. I want to click the Dynamax button just because it's a tick that I can click. Well, he no longer has a Tyranitar. That is no longer a Pokemon that is in his, that he has the ability to use. Excadrill does Okomi. Awesome, he brought in Tapu Fini himself. Scald Okos me. That's crazy. But Earthquake can get me a lot of damage here on the Tapu Fini, and Tapu Fini is a Pokemon that I need damage on for Marshadow. So... I really want to click the... Stop being there button, please. It gets me a lot of information on the Fini. If it's Choice Scarf, it outspeeds me, obviously, because it's base 85 and I'm base 120. I'm not even max speed, I'm only got speed for Lucario, which he didn't bring. I'm so... I had no idea what he was going to bring, for this wasn't what I expected. No, I need the Dugtrio to make sure that I can get rid of Galvantula. So then what's my in against Tapu Fini? I still have a specially defensive Sylveon, but I want that to check the Kyurem White, and it doesn't do that if I get Nature's Madness. I'm not gonna go Hydreigon, that'd be dumb as hell. I go like... I guess I can just go Mew. Knockoff, okay. I should have stayed in then. Well, I'm gonna Spike up here. Okay. He does have this. Okay. Well, I need Chip on it. This can't flinch. That's gross. I like it when moves can flinch. I'm gonna click Psychic Fangs. Hope he's not. Oh, he's Trick Room. Okay, that's fine. I don't have Protect on Sylveon. Why don't I bring Protect? Protect is such a good move. Now Reuniclus... What does Psychic Fangs damage tell me? I presume that he's not max defense. Yeah. In fact, I assume he may even be, like, Modest. Or, the Brave, I think, is the other one, 14th. No, he's got some physical defense investment. For sure. 100%. How much that is, obviously I don't know. So then what's the other question? There's the question of... Shadow Bolt kills me if he's offensive. 60 to 71. How much am I at? I think less than that, honestly. Yeah, I'm definitely at less than 71. That knock was pretty strong, and then... Should've gone for Roost there. What's my best switch in? I mean, Aero is Sand for Spadef boost, so what does Mega Aero take in Sand? I mean, obviously I take... Oh, God. Oh, that's not in Sand yet. And then Mega Aero in Sand takes less. So I think my play is... I didn't count for special defense investment, the special attack investment at all. Okay, awesome. No. No! No! I think just a -1 special defense, and if he's like... Okay, that is mass special attack, and life orb. What does Shadow Ball damage tell me? 30%. That tells me that I'm not Mega Revolt yet. That tells me that he's not Life Orb. I haven't seen an item yet. I still think he's Barnberry. 32 to 38. He did 30, so he's not... He's not what? Is he not specially invested? No, he's specially invested. Is he like... Max Fist Def, no HP? Okay, well what does he do to -1 special defense? 62 to 73. I need to go Sylveon. Okay, what does that tell me? The Psychic. This is so confusing. Everything seems like it's different investment every turn. Oh no, you might be, what's the Psychic plate? Mind plate. That still doesn't make sense. I'm so confused. Did I misdo my EVs? I don't see anything suggesting that I did. Dynamax button, go away please. I'm gonna Mystical Fire here. I think that means he still kills me. Maybe not. I don't trust it. I definitely don't trust it. I'm gonna go Hydreigon. Alright, Crunch should kill. I don't honestly see a good switch in for him. Should I Dragon Dance and risk him just going for like half the crunch, I think. Okay, he went Galantula. I crit Galantula. I couldn't honestly tell you if that mattered. It mattered. Now, if I pretend that I am... What's the plate called? Dread Plate. Yeah, he has to go Feeny. He has to keep taking shit with Feeny. I'm gonna go Mew, because I can Roost. I also have the ability to, like, double. I'm gonna CC here, because I don't like you. I wish I had more HP. Shadow Claw. Okay, bro. That's bad, actually. Well, if he used Shadow Claws again, I should go Hydreigon. Keep forcing Finny to take the Spikes chip. I still wall the Feeny. Can I lose here if he has Choice Scarf? Probably. He is also just faster than me generally. That's tough, bro. Who do I sack? I still need Hydreigon for Reuniclus. I still want Dugtrio for Sucker Punch, and just to be able to Earthquake. I guess I'll sack Aerodactyl. I guess I won't sack Aerodactyl. Powerful Stone Edge here. He's taking Chip on Reuniclus, which is good for me. 34%, what the fuck? How is this okay? Stone Edge is just good here. I need to Stone Edge. No, I should Earthquake here. Because I can't miss, and it will put him in range of Stone Edge. And I won't waste my Stone Edge PP. Oh no, not my special attack. I've still got Roost, which is nice. I'm gonna Roost here. No. No. I need Stone Edge for the chip. So I can get him in range of Sneak. And Sucker Punch. I still like this. I'm gonna sack Sylveon, and then go into Marshadow and Sneak. Do I have anything that's... Yes, I have Mew is slower than Cure White. So I'm gonna sack Sylveon. Or I'm not going to? Well, that doesn't really matter. I'm not entirely sure why he Shadow Balled, honestly. Like, I guess he was predicting Mew, but whatever. That's bad. I'm gonna need to sack multiple Pokemon. I'm sacking Arrow. I'm gonna Dugtrio and Earthquake. And then I'm gonna go Marshadow and Choice Band Close Combat. That was a fun game. He did not bring a team like I expected. I thought it was really... both of us only brought one of our Ubers, that's crazy. He killed Aero and Dugtrio with his Uber, and then I got one kill with mine. Mew was really effective. I was really glad to have it. I was glad that he brought Life Orb on Excadrill, which obviously helped him in the Mew matchup, but otherwise it just meant that he was taking a lot of damage that he really didn't need to, technically speaking. I was glad I got the effective Sucker Punch off with Dugtrio. I honestly would have just stayed in keeping Sucker Punch. I don't know what his last move was. If it was Recover, that could have been bad, but yeah. I don't think it was. I'm honestly not sure what his investment was. It'd be interesting to see. I thought this was a pretty fun game, honestly. Closer, I think, than the last mattress and I... No, the last mattress and I had. Yeah, he accidentally made a misplay and wound up losing his team to my Scarfer Bulu, which was unfortunate. But no, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I think the UBA is going to be a pretty fun league to watch for everyone, and I hope you guys just have a good time. Just Mew is broken, just so broken. The crunch crit on Galacha obviously did not make this game easy for him, but I don't think it... I still had the ability to defog with Aerodactyl, which was a big thing. So I don't think it would have changed the game. And also, I was getting a lot to the point where Marshadow was going to be able to Shadow Sneak win, because just 523 attack is pretty strong. I don't know, guys. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I will see you with week 2.